Okay, let's take a look at plotting points on a graph or a Cartesian plane. So we're going to be plotting points x, comma, y. We have our x-axis written as two backwards and a forward c and a y. And then we're going to be plotting these points. So anytime I see a point, like the point in the notes at the top right-hand corner, I have 3, 4. What does that mean? Well, the point on the left is x, so I'm going to write an x on the left, and the point is y, so I'm going to write a y on the right. How can we remember that? Well, x is first in the alphabet. How can we remember the horizontal and the vertical? Write it down every time and memorize it. So I'm always going to start at the center. I'm going to put a dot at the center. That point is 0, 0. X being 0 and y being 0. So if I want to put the point 3, 4, you can look at the notes for the exact steps to plot the point. Find the x location on the x-axis, the number in the left of the brackets. So the number in the left of the brackets is 3. So I'm going to go 3 to the right. Now I'm not going to put a mark on the axis. I'm just going to place my pencil at 3 on the x. Now I'm going to put an arrow to where I am right now. So my pencil is right here. Now I have to go up to 4. So just up 4 on the y. Use graph paper all the time. It's going to make this so much easier. Up 1, up 2, up 3, up 4 to my y value. And I'm always going to label every single point I ever put on a graph from now on until I ever mess that up. So again, the English instructions from the notes. Find the x location on the x-axis. Then go straight up or down to the y value, the number on the right of the brackets. Then draw and label the point. So I'm just going to erase these two arrows for a second. Those will never be there. So again, find the x location and then find the y location. So now let's do what's called a table of values. So on the left we have x, on the y, on the right we have y, just like the points above x and y. The only difference or idiosyncrasy is x is the horizontal axis, y is the vertical axis. So let's write some points down. So let's go for 2, -3. And that point is open bracket 2, -3. In perfect order. We cannot mess that up. So I'm going to find that point. I'm going to go to 2 to the right on the x, +2 on the x, then -3. Well, earlier when we did 4, that was up. Negative is down. I'm going to go down. Notice it's going to get in the way of some of my writing. I don't care. I'm going to put a gigantic point there and then say open bracket 2, -3. If I look back at my notes and I see a funny looking y there with a dot on it, I know exactly what it means, and I'm not going to get upset and erase a bunch of stuff. 2, -3 right there. Okay, the next one in the notes, we have -4, -1. I'm not going to write the point every time. You can see it in the notes. I'm going to put the point on the graph after I found the point. So -4 on the horizontal x means I have to go left 4. So I go left 4. I hold my pencil there for a moment. I check out the y value, -1, and I go down 1. I'm going to write the point down, and I'm going to call it open bracket -4, -1. Again, always writing your points down. What we can see is in the top right-hand corner, both values are positive. In the bottom left, we have negative and negative. In the bottom right, we have positive and negative. Let's find out what we have in the top left. So if we have the point -3, 5, we go to the left 3 on the horizontal axis, left 3 to -3 on the x, and then up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice my graph didn't go up that high. Again, I'm using graph paper all the time, and I don't care. I just go up and appropriate logical amount, and then put the value -3, 5. Now, we're going to memorize anything like positives and negatives in certain quadrants. Well, eventually we're just going to learn it. But to the right of the x is positive. To the left of the x is negative. Up y is positive. Down y is negative. So do we remember all that? No. Why remember 4 things when you can remember 2? Positive is to the right. Positive is up. Then obviously negatives are in the other directions. So a couple more points. I have 0, 0 in the table. We already identified that point in the center. Now let's look at 2 interesting points. 4, 0. 4, 0, what does that mean? Well, x is 4, so I'm going to go 4 to the right. I'm going to hover my pencil at 4 on the x, and 0. Well, that just means 0, so I don't go up or down, and I put a dot there. We're going to call that point 4, 0. Writing your point to the right, to the above, wherever you like, wherever you have space, that's 4, 0. We call that an x-intercept, a location where it hits the x-axis. An x-intercept, or an accent. And then in the table, let's do one more point. 0, -3. So we're on the 0 x value, not going left or right, and then just going -3, so down 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, getting in the way of my writing a little bit, don't care. The point is 0, -3, brackets around it, and that is what we call a y-int. A y-intercept, a location where it crosses the y-axis. X-intercepts have y values of 0. Y-intercepts have x values of 0. So that's graphing points on a graph or a Cartesian plane with x values and y values, and plotting points from a table of values. Just putting the points from the table on the graph, or having the points on the graph and making a table, or getting given the actual points and not the table, and making a table, or vice versa, going in all different directions. So now we're going to see an equation, and we're going to graph it with a table of values.